Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and we are talking about the 5 elements that you have to master if you want to become a top performing salesperson. Now, let's stop and ask yourself this question. Who does not want to be a top performing salesperson? I'm going through in a series of 5 videos sharing in depth on each one of them. What are the 5 elements? The 5 elements are your time, your mind, your network, accountability, and process. In this video, I'm talking about your mind. Now, here's something very interesting I want you to keep in mind. There is no reason to think that your mind isn't capable of doing amazing things. You know what happens to the average salesperson? The mind is doing some amazing things by telling them they can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. The top performing salesperson has a mindset that says, I can find a way to do this. And they're absolutely fixated on that. You see, here's the whole thing. You become who you surround yourself with. You become who you surround yourself with. And if you put negative thoughts in, I've had this happen to me. I've had this happen to me on several occasions where I've had negative doubt slip into my mind. Yes, I have had negative doubt. And as a result, I've had a hard time performing. It just hasn't worked. On the other hand, I've gone into situations with an absolute incredible mindset, and I absolutely crush the outcome. Crush. Your mindset going into any activity determines the results you get coming out of it. And for the top performing salesperson, see, what they've done is they've crowded out all those negative thoughts by only allowing the positive mindset. You see, they surround themselves with positive people. They surround themselves with positive content they're reading. They surround themselves with positive content that they're viewing. They don't dwell on the negative. You see, if you stop and think about this, you run into a low-performing person, and they're always negative. I have yet to find a low-performing person who has a positive attitude. It just doesn't happen. Now, I'm not saying a positive attitude makes you a top performer, but you know what? A positive attitude will take that bottom performer and begin quickly moving them up the food chain. So I want you to stop and ask yourself this question. What are you doing to crowd out the negative mindset? There may be people that you have to stop associating with. There may be people that you need to start associating with. There may be websites and podcasts that you need to listen to and others that you don't need to listen to. And what are you reading? You see, this is the other thing about top performing salespeople. They're constantly growing their mind. You see, your mind is the greatest app you've ever had and the greatest app you'll ever have, period. I see too many salespeople, average salespeople, what they do is say, well, if I just get this app, if I just get this, I'll be successful. And they forget that the greatest app is right between their ears. It's their mind. You see, one of the things that I find is that great salespeople, they understand the value of apps, but they know that it's their mind's job to control the app, not the app's job to control their mind. Think about that for a moment. It's your mind to control the app, not the app's mind to control you. And that's the difference between breaking through to that next level, because the top performer knows that they can fly solo with their mind, because this allows them to walk into any situation and be absolutely prepared. Challenge yourself with this question. What books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? What are you doing to fill your mind with the positive insights that are going to help you be successful? You know, it's one of the reasons why when I wake up in the morning, I take a few minutes in very quiet solitude. And I become very thankful for the gifts that I've received and how I'm going to use them. And I take a moment to be thankful for the people who are in my life. And then I begin thinking about the people who I'm going to come in contact with over the course of the day. You see, my objective is to influence and impact people. That's what my mindset is thinking. My mindset is thinking one thing: how am I going to influence and impact others? Because if I can influence and impact others to see and achieve what they didn't think was possible, how can I not get excited? How can I not? I'm not going to dwell on, oh, wow, we have this problem, we have this problem. Hey, we all have problems. We all have problems. You see, it's not the problems we face, it's how we respond to the problems we face. And again, this is what your mindset's all about. Frame up your mindset to where you can handle the negativity and push the negativity aside. Because when you are full of optimism, it is amazing at how you listen better. You will be able to diagnose problems better. You'll be more creative in outcomes and solutions that you can come up with. More importantly, you're going to be far more successful, because here's why. Do people want to hang around with negative people? No! Well, excuse me, negative people want to hang around with negative people. But successful people, type A people, the top performers, they're optimists. They want to hang out with optimists. Those are the people who you want to be hanging out with. And I'm going to talk more about that in the next video, where we talk about your network, because I'm talking about the 5 elements you have to master to become a top performer. And I dive deep into these in the masterclass, Sales Hunter University. I want you to check it out. The Sales Hunter University, the masterclass on becoming a top 1% salesperson. This one was about the mind. The 5 elements: the time, mind, network, accountability, and process. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.